Hello ladies and gentlemen, you join us for a special CLN news report. Today we're going to be met with Counter Narcotics Mitch Black, and he's going to give us a tour of the CL. Hello Mitch.
Hello there, how are you today?
Pretty good Mitch, pretty good. So, you are a Counter Narcotics officer for CLPD. How long have you been with the force?
I've been with the force for 1 month now. I've been counter narcotics agent for 2 weeks in total.
Brilliant. Right, so why don't you take us on a tour of your wonderful building that I can see behind you, and tell us the ins and outs of how it works and how your job as a CLN officer works.
Yeah, sure man, if you just follow me I'll take you up the stairs and let's go take a look. How's my geranium doing today?
So what part of the building is this? I take it this is obviously your receptionist area. This is where the public can come in.
Reception. If anyone has an issue, needs to speak to I think the door is out of order at the moment. We've had some issues with that. But
yeah,
usually this would open up and you could go up to the
I believe it's
counter
like a
ask,
trap issue, is it? Like where you trap civilians in there? You have to, like, when you have secretary, they let us in, and then we come and say, like, you know, we think we have a warrant, and then you trap us behind this big glass door. Like
Miss Moneypenny shuts the door.
Okay.
Yeah, our so obviously we can't go that way because the door is malfunctioned at the moment. So I'll take you through this way. You want to step on in? Alright, we'll start from over here.
What rooms are these then at the moment in this
This is interview room 1. This is where we bring anyone if we're giving them, or questioning them, or arresting them. Again, you can take a look in there if you want. Pretty much the other 4 rooms we got are exactly the same.
And I see you have a two-way mirror, so supervising officers and such and so on can look through the mirror while you're interrogating the suspect to see if he's telling the truth, or any new information comes in, they can around and pull you out.
Yeah, I mean, you can take a look through there if you want. You want to come out of here? I mean, this room is very, very useful. We usually use it to sweat people out and look for any reactions when we're talking to them. As you can see, we can see through, but they can't see us. I mean, it could be quite distressing if you were to be interviewed in one of these rooms because you don't know if anyone's watching and that. Kind of get that feeling where you got eyes on
How
you.
long has someone been in one of these rooms before you've managed to crack them, to, you know, give you the information as what you require?
It can take anywhere from 10 minutes to up to an hour before someone cracks.
Okay, well, carry on with the building.
Alright, yeah, just follow me. We'll go through here and I'll show you the little receptionist Miss Moneypenny spends her days.
This is the reception where obviously you activate the door for want to turn themselves in or want to check out that they have a warrant that they're not sure of. You activate it from here and you let them in, like so.
Yeah, like this. Just open it up and then close it, and then that lets them through to there. So this is a pretty basic room, but it's quite essential, I would say, to to the function of the headquarters. I'll take you through
Do
down
you
the
have
corridor here.
a person who mans the reception at all times, or is it just whoever's on shift at the time give their time to...
I mean, usually we have Miss Moneypenny, but she is currently on holiday somewhere, unknown at this time. She's been away for a month already, and she's due to be back in 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. But we get people floating in, doing shifts there. If anyone's there, we always make sure they're attended to pretty quick.
I see. Right, let's carry on with the tour.
Take you through here. These are the cell. This is the cells. We got cell A and B. Basically, these are for the any minimal crimes, say jaywalking. Someone needs to he's drunk, maybe needs to sober up. We can stick them in there until they're sober. Unfortunately, they're under a bit of maintenance, so the doors are locked at these times, so we can't actually take a look in there at the moment. But as you can see, they're pretty dim in there.
Very small cell to
Yeah,
to be in there.
not much light either. Yeah, you could imagine what it's like to stay in there. This is just the airway over to the skywalk over to the little training area we got here.
Officers
this here is
train
called the
their off time a lot, or
yeah, we've got the ETU, Elite Tactical Unit. They train often to keep up the high standard of eliteness. Basically, this is a small little kill house the ETU use and other advanced training courses use to train the officers in breaching, handling weapons and flashbangs and stuff like that. It must be pretty terrifying being in a building when you got trained officers breaching in. This is what we used to simulate that.
have a
I
look
can walk you
inside
around in here if you would
can
like.
we? Okay, that'd be nice.
Definitely. If you see any unexploded ordnance, don't touch them, obviously. Just let me know and I'll get them cleaned up. To the right here we got one room.
How many ETU officers would clear a room together? Would it be like a team of 4, or stack up and then obviously assess the threat and go in?
Depending on how big the house is, I mean, if it's a house like this, it would usually be 4 officers that buddy up. They would split when they go in, so 2 would go right, 2 would go left, clearing the rooms as they go, covering each other's arcs and stuff like that. But it really depends on how big the house is. Through here it's pretty much the same sort of rooms. We got a few more rooms back here.
And how long does the training last usually?
For ETU or?
For the ETU officers when they're doing like...
I mean, when they get hired, they got a 2-week sort of intense training program. If they do well, then they get accepted into the team and they'll go for further training. They usually train at least twice a week, I believe, to try and keep up the high standard
and
as expected of them.
Do other divisions use these training areas, such as patrol, traffic, maybe, or maybe counter-narcotics like yourself?
Counter-narcotics doesn't use it as much. I mean, we do try and keep up the training if there's no ETU available, so we can step in if needed, but ETU definitely uses this the most. If you're a recruit, you not expected to really see the inside of this building until at least officer, because when you do, if you apply for ART, which is Advanced Rifle Training, you can come in here and you do breach training, get to use flashbang, play with a lot of fun toys in here and just do the whole sort of training that the ETU would do. But this is mainly for the ETU fellas.
Okay.
Alright, we'll go back the way we came, because that's just the exit there. Need to shut up all the doors. Alright, down these stairs here, we got the live firing range. This is used for training officers on the use of lethal weapons such as M4s, FN files, G3s, such and such that they carry on regular patrols. Oh, if I take you over here, this is the actual armory room in here.
So,
and here's where we go to go.
Armory, are you have to pay for obviously your ammunition, or is it supplied by the CLPD and the government?
At the moment we do have to pay a little bit, but it's kind of subbed out in our wages, as it were, so we have to pay for the ammunition. It's not too much to us, but yeah, we do have to pay a little bit. Yeah, that's the armory room. And through here is the target practice range.
Thank you. So obviously every officer, recruits have to have come onto this range practice before going.
Every single officer you see. Yeah, every single officer you see has been on this range and trained.
Now, does the range have different
if you want to go ahead. No, it's just as you see it, pretty much.
Okay.
You can go have a little go on the range if you like. This is the G3, which is a 7.62 fully automatic rifle. It's got a 20 round mag. I personally carry this because it's got high range. Quite a high caliber 7.62, so she's using most marksman rifles. It's not bad clip size, and it's fully automatic when you want to get up close and personal.
It's a standard.
Also, kind of goes with the CN look.
It's a standard CN firearm, or do all officers training with this particular firearm?
Go through the ranks and what you can use. The recruits, they've got access to the MP5, which is 9mm submachine gun, 30 round mag. They can also use the Sting, which is also 9mm 30 round mag submachine gun. They can also use the FM file, which is 7.62 30 round mag. Burst round assault rifle, which they can use without any optics, but they can use any non-magnifying optics, which would be ACO scope or holo scope. Whereas myself, as I'm CN trained and I've been trained as ART, which is automatic rifle, advanced rifle training, I can use any caliber rifle up to the caliber of 7.62, so that includes HK417s, G3s, FM5s. I can also use magnifying optics such as RCOs and ACOG scopes. People can also go on to train as PSWO and carry patrol snipers such as the... trying to think what it's called. Can't quite remember what they're called, but they can carry sniper rifles up to 12.7mm, I believe, and they can have SOS scopes on them. They're used for taking out vehicles and stuff like that. There's also LS, which is lethal sidearm. So people can, if you're trained with that, you can carry lethal sidearms such as the Trying to think of a sidearm. I would say MP5, although we don't have them issued at the moment, so any sort of pistol we can carry, including the revolver, which hopefully if I get trained I'll be rocking one of them, which is a 45 ACT.
And obviously, again, going back to where you had to buy your own ammo for the guns, do you get issued the guns, or once you have acquired like the skill, do you have to buy your own weapons? CLPD don't provide the weapons.
You have to buy your own weapons. You have to buy them yourself.
Okay.
As I'm here to supervise you, you can come over here and take a few shots downrange, see if you can hit anything.
Take me through a basic fire and how would, what would be the procedure of trains to use this weapon? What's the score point and...
Alright, what we do is you come stand over here. Alright, what I'll do is you're going to be walking, pacing up and down on the sort of jogging pace up and down here. What we're going to do is I'm going to say furthest target away is number 3, second middle target is number 2, closest is number 1. I would say target 1 mid, hang on. I'd say crouch, target 1, headshot, and then you would crouch, aim at target 1 and shoot him in the head.
Walking up and down and then...
Walking up and down along these ranges here. Right, go. Prone, target 2, chest. And then you'll carry on, walking along.
Okay.
Crouch, target 3, knees.
Game or the railing. Guys, make it look that easy.
You got it, just take another shot. Target 1, standing, chest. Alright, if you wanna just go ahead and test out the different fire modes on these targets there, you can use whatever's left in that magazine.
So, with the different firing modes, when would an officer know to switch between single shot and full auto? When would it be required to use the full
auto? Pretty much if you're within, I would say, less than 60 meters of the target, I tend to switch to fully automatic. Just because maybe if you're going to miss at that close range, it can be quite dangerous for you. So the more rounds you're putting down range towards the target, the more chance that you're going to hit a shot on them and possibly disable them. But if I'm more than 100 meters, I always stick to semi because it's more accurate. You got more time to judge the distance as well. When you fire a shot and you check where the puff comes the dirt up, you got more chance of judging the distance then and adjusting for the next shot.
Well, I don't think I need to fire any more shots. I think you've shown me quite enough with this gun. Back.
Alrighty. Yeah, no problem. Alright, I'll just shut up the range, because no one's going to be using it. Hope you just follow me.
So when you go on the range, do you have to pay to go on the range, or is it in try and, you know, get as much practice in as you can?
You don't have to pay, but yeah, it's encouraged that you get as much training as you can, because it's obviously helpful if you're a good shot.
Okay.
And hopefully be better than your opponent when it comes down to it, because it can save your life, obviously. Oh, if we just head back upstairs, I'll show you around, and then I'll show you the garages and stuff. We'll head on through back to the main sort of corridor area. I'll just show you the notice board we got set up here. So you can find anything from simple sort of SOPs to vehicles we use, maybe wanted criminals, pictures of them up there. We got information about them, just any sort of useful information that we can sort of stick up. I'll go ahead and show you the, oh, sorry, yeah.
Obviously, you'd need to, like, an officer would check this daily to see that, you know, the most wanted poster, you know, anything that's been changed to the SOIs.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, if you see someone who's, or if you don't check them and you're right next to, like, one of the most wanted criminals, yeah, it's like you missed a big opportunity and could have possibly saved your life if you knew who they were and they would detain them. Alright, I'm going to show you the holding cells. I'm pretty sure we don't have anyone in here, but if you do, you're more than welcome to question them about why they're in here and all that. We don't, but these are the sort of holding cells that we chuck people in while we're getting the charges ready, or maybe they just need a little bit of sort of sobering up, or like I said before, someone who just needs a bit of calming down. We just chuck them in here.
So what would be the minimum amount of time that someone would spend in here to the maximum amount of time?
Minimum would be from about 5 minutes, the maximum I'd say about an hour. Go ahead and open that cell if you want to go go stand in it and see what it's like. It's quite confined. See, spending days in here wouldn't be nice. You're next to other convicts, criminals next to you, but no privacy.
I was just about to say there's not really much privacy, and obviously there's no bed in here for someone to stay the night, so this would be a short-term stay, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if we anything more, we'll chuck them in the other cells or take them to the prison we have just down the road. But I'll go ahead and let you out. I go guard here. Right, what we got around here is sort of a little foyer we got here for anyone maybe waiting for an interview, or any cops that just want to have a bit of downtime, maybe reading a book. Got a nice view out there to the little piegrass golf out there. Quite a nice view. those rooms there are pretty much exactly what they were over there. Just 2 more interviews with a sort of viewing room as well.
So, how many people would you actually have in the interview rooms at one time? Like the officers, how many officers would be using these rooms on a day-to-day basis?
Well, basically we would stick anyone in there who we're going to perhaps interview. We'd place them in the seat. Maximum we usually have 2 officers. Maximum would be 2, but usually it's just 1 officer in there, and any additional officer would be in the viewing room. They are used quite a lot as well, because for anything from questioning to job applications and maybe arrest.
Buddy joined your channel.
Okay, so why don't you carry on with the tour and
Alright, if you follow me, we're going to take it upstairs. Up these stairs, we got the locker room where the officers come to get ready
Buddy
for work
left your
and
channel.
come to go off duty. This here is just the sort of administration office where we maybe get calls in about any disturbances. This is where we take all of the 911 calls that are directed to the CLPD. We process them, then we get units dispatched from here. This is sort of office in here. Take you around the office. I don't think anyone's in at the moment.
so on a day-to-day basis, what's the highest number of calls you've had in one day, CLPD officer?
I would say maximum I've had is about 15 calls a day, commencing from a simple traffic stop to maybe a massive drugs bust that ends in a shootout. I mean, days can vary from being complete boredom to near-death experiences.
And obviously, how many officers would take calls in here then? Did the high number of officers all answering the phones?
Yep, we usually have minimum 5 office workers in here taking phone calls, and then we would have maybe 2 or 3 dispatching others out. But at the moment, I think they're all on sort of a team building exercise today at the paintball centre.
On, officer?
And here's the locker room. This is where everyone comes to get changed and everything. This locker over here is my locker, right here. This is where I keep any person with a beat. Keep a photo of my wife and everything in there.
So, obviously you clock in, come up here, get changed into your counter narcotics, you roll out, come back and get changed and go home to your wife and kids. How long is a normal shift before you back to the locker room?
Depending on how stressful the shift is, it can be anything from an hour to maybe 6 hours, depending on what happens. I mean, if there's a massive shootout, then maybe higher ranking officers might say, give a little bit of time off, try and recover from it, because stress can build up quite a lot. We've had maybe 2 officers take their lives in the past sort of 3-4 years, so it can get quite stressful at times.
Okay, so don't really see any shower rooms in this locker. Get showered here, or you have to wait till you go home?
I believe they're being built in. I'm not sure how long they're going to be. Yeah, I think I'm not quite sure about that one.
So
I
basically you
shower
have to wait
now.
till you get...
Yeah, I usually wait until I get home.
Okay, then let's carry...
Alright, we'll go upstairs a bit more. Alright, I believe on this floor we got a... This is where the commander's office and... Just take a look, shall we? Yeah, we got the commander's office in here. Which is relatively empty at the moment because they're still getting their furniture and coffee machines moved in.
The generous is a big move. I believe a lot of the companies have had to sort of delay due to the generous rebels trying to attack the such.
I think they're waiting to decorate this room until we get the pole dancing poles in. I know they're on back order at the moment, so just waiting for them to be dispatched.
Let's carry on then, Officer Mitch.
Alright, now on this floor we got the sort of operation room where we get briefing about any operations, any training, maybe some motivational speeches we got going on here.
As a counter-narcotics officer, you'd use this room quite a lot to plan your operation dealers or...
Yeah, we use this quite a lot to brief any officers, maybe not just our own sort of officers, like not our own sort of counter-narcotics. We use this maybe to brief other officers about our sort of activities at the moment so they don't somehow stumble upon something that we've been working months to bring down and just mess up our whole operation. So this is used for sort of general knowledge as well as top secret operations that we conduct within the CLPD. So this is quite a key room within the structure. Alright, I think the other room across there is another room just like this one.
I have two groups, ETU and counter-narcotics, both having their operations briefing. See if you're doing a drug bust, and then the ETU being briefed if they need to support you on that drug bust.
ETU can't fight. Yeah. I mean, we tend to... What they do is they get briefed separately and then we come together if it's sort of a joint operation depending on what the operation is. Alright, we go upstairs. There's the helipads upstairs, is where we sometimes maybe transport prisoners from the helipad. Bringing in any sort of stock, any VIPs maybe. So this here is where we take any helicopter deliveries, maybe prisoners being dropped off there, so it's quite a busy sort of area.
Quite a large helipad, obviously, with the Orca being one of the largest helicopters in service. You'd need a large
Yeah.
helicopter to transport that Orca to and from the jails.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be quite big. Depends. Maybe the pilot's not quite that great. Oh. Yeah, maybe the pilot's not that great, or it's safer to make it bigger.
Especially
I mean,
with
we've got a few
nighttime
new
to
helicopters
see.
coming into service, so.
Okay, well, so we get that.
The Sit News. May I ask?
So where are we going to now then, Officer Mitch? What's the...
We've got a personal little ATM here.
See?
We can withdraw money. In here is some garages where we park up, store our cars. We're dealing with some prisoners, stuff like that. Through there is another garage. So we'd use this. We'll park the cars up in here and take the prisoners through here. Sort of safe room, as it were, for when we're taking prisoners in,
transport them
taking
to
them
a
out.
cell and...
Yeah. So that conducts the main room of the PD HQ. We just take a look just in the courtyard here, and then that's about it. Over here we got the pumps. Here we have a new recruit to the force.
Hello, officer.
Hello.
Who might want to answer.
And what's your name?
Might answer some questions for you.
Hello, it's Demi.
Hello, Officer Demi, and how's your time being on the force?
Pretty awesome, to be fair.
So, Demi, what made you join the CLPD in the first place?
To serve and protect.
And Demi, where do you obviously, with you being a recruit at the moment, where do you see yourself in a couple of months' time within the CLPD?
I'd love to be on the traffic enforcement team officially, and slowly going up the ranks if I could. So that's we'll see how that goes, I guess. But I'm looking forward to it.
Are you enjoying the training at the moment?
Yeah, it's been really useful. Learning loads of new skills, getting to meet some really cool guys who are already in CLPD for a long time. It's really, really good.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, and good luck with your career in CLPD.
About traffic.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Malcroft, if you come over here, we've got a traffic officer that's more than willing to answer any questions you might have. You do.
Okay. Hello, traffic officer. Can I get your name?
Yeah, that's Officer Denbus.
Hello, Officer Dembus. And how long have you been with the force?
Just a little under a month now.
And are you enjoying the job?
I am indeed, yeah. On the front line of the pursuits and stuff. It's really good. Gives you a rush.
Tell me about your department that you're with. Then. Which department are you with?
I'm with the. I'm still part of CLPD patrol. Apart from, I'm just on an off-branch traffic division. We try and enforce the traffic laws a bit more in depth. Obviously, if we get a vehicle pursuit, we lead the pursuit and try and end it in the most safest way possible.
Okay. And obviously you've enjoyed the high-speed pursuits?
They can be, not all of them are high speed, I might just add, but we do have some very slow speed pursuits. But all pursuits are treated all the same, and we proceed with caution.
Okay, well thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to your job. I know you're very busy.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Right, Mitch.
Alright, that conducts the PD HQ. I don't know if there's anyone else that you want to go to, maybe?
No, I think we've pretty much got everything that we need. Thanks for your time, and why don't you show me the way out?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll take you out the main gate. This officer will kindly leave him open, okay. Come out this way. So, that conducts the main HQ.
Well, thank you for your time, Officer Mitch.
No problem, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I hope to interview you again in the future, and maybe next time we'll be able to do a ride along and get to see you out in the force and such, and be able to interview some of the command staff. I know they're not here today, they're on a team working scheme at the paintball arena. So, well, thank you for your time, and good luck with the job, and I hope you get that promotion.
Thank you very much. But yeah, I'll be more than happy to take you out again, maybe on a bit of a sort of on the